Hello? Great. Here is the question. I have two horns on top of my head. One of the horn is longer than the other. I am a herbivore. I weigh between 1,000 and 2,000 kilograms. I can live for up to 40 years. Most likely, you saw me in the park during the game drive. Which animal is this? Yes? Sorry? Yes, it's a rhino. Let's go for it. Come in corner. Do you know that in Kenya we have two species of rhino? We have the black and the white rhino. But there is no time that you see a white rhino. The color is not white. The color is? Yeah, black or gray. And then we have the black rhino. And do you know that Nairobi National Park is one of the success stories that we have for conservation of rhinos? Here we have a sanctuary. And the rhinos are doing very well. Both the black and the white rhinos. Great, great.
Thank you for that. The third question, I'm a bird, and I'm very sure you saw me in the back. I'm the tallest bird. Wow. People usually say that the male one is more beautiful than the female. And I laid the biggest egg on earth. Who am I? Yes? Ostrich?
Great.
So the female ostrich is gray in color, while the black one is, the male is, if you want to boil it, it takes 60 to 90 minutes to boil. Are we together? Yes.
Thank you. We are still learning. Here is the last question for the day or for this session. I'm very tall, quite tall, and most likely you have seen me. Wait for the entire question. I rarely sleep lying down. I can learn very, very fast too. I can see my enemies from far because of my height. It is said that I have the strongest heart. And my tongue is usually thin. Who am I? We want to give, yes? A giraffe, that's true. Come in front, you will get a present. And do you know that you can see all these animals in the national parks and national reserve? In fact, national parks and national reserve are the best outdoor classrooms. Whatever you learn in the school, you can practically learn it in the national park. So you're most welcome to visit the national park. Wherever you are, in Kenya we have a lot of national parks. And irrespective of where you come from, there is always be a national park, a national reserve, or a sanctuary that is within your vicinity that you can visit and go and learn what you learned in the class. So karibuni sana, you're most welcome.
Everybody is an achiever, but for now we have the 4 students that we are going to award, and we have more presents for the afternoon session. So make sure you answer the questions right for you to be able to get the present. So as we finish, when we go back to our respective schools, our respective communities, let's be ambassadors of wildlife conservation. How many of us would like to work with KWS? Almost that we have a number. So when we go back to the ambassadors of wildlife conservation, the ambassadors of environmental conservation, na karibu tutunze pamoja. Asante sana.
Let's give her a warm clap.
What is the FLAMA tagline? FLAMA tagline? I can't hear. That's in English. In Kiswahili. What is it in English? Okay, so let us learn to do that in sign language. Is that okay? So that we can also join our deaf and hard of hearing students and teachers. We learn their language. They are learning ours, so we learn their language. So let us learn sign language. Sign language, you use your hands, so just shake them around. Are you ready? Yes. Actually, this is how you clap, okay? So because they cannot hear your clap, they can see the clap. All right? Now, this is the letter O in sign language, and so if you put it across your chest, it becomes hour. Hour. This. Hour. And then this is the letter E. So this is O and this is E. So E, If you hold like this, it's our environment. Okay? Does that make sense? Our environment, our beautiful environment is all around us. So let's try one more. Our environment. Okay? Oh, sorry. Our environment. Sorry about that. So, responsibility, this is the letter R. So if you use both your fingers, your forefingers, and put it on your shoulder, that becomes responsibility. So we have to carry the burden and the responsibility of taking care of our environment. So let's just do it in sign language one more time. Our environment, our responsibility. So from the top, Swahili, English, and sign language. And I want to hear you all. Mazingira yetu, jukumu letu. Our environment, our responsibility. Sorry. I'm moving to the responsibility very fast. So our environment, our responsibility. Thank you. Not from the chin. Thank you.
Thank you for that lesson, Sheila. We appreciate. Another big round of applause to Sheila. Your Excellency, we'll now move to our keynote speeches this morning. And I would like to invite Dr. Erastus Kanga, Director General, Kenya Wildlife Service, to make his remarks and also introduce leaders present and also invite PS Sylvia Museya. Karibu. A round of applause as he comes to the stage kindly. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, our Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, Honorable Rebecca Miano, our Principal Secretary for the State Department for Wildlife, Madam Sylvia Museya, our learners, distinguished guests, good morning. Habari ya wanafunzi wetu huko nyuma? Sisikii mzuri. Habari ya huko nyuma? Great. Our chief guest, I will not deliver a speech because my PS and my CS are here, and I know you are constrained with time. And I wanted my camera team to project 2 minutes of what we do so that the visuals of the children, they can be able to learn what we are doing before I say what we feel for this morning. Where is carry on? Brian? Our learners, our first interaction with the First Lady in the wildlife sector is when we were moving the bongos into a sanctuary in Mount Kenya. It was very captivating and very rewarding for us. Na mnaona ile kazi tunafanya. Those are our veterinary team. They are handling a bongo, a critically endangered species. And that is a calf. Mnaona wakati wameshika bongo wanaibeba. Yes. Inawekwa kwa gari. Na mnaona ikiachiliwa. These bongos in this country, they are now less than 100 So if we don't take care of them, we are going to lose them. There we are. And I think that can be enough. We are trying to demonstrate to you what we do at KWS again here. That is an elephant that we are translocating. The team that you're seeing in uniform, you can see already the one that we need has already been dartened with dawa. And we are there, pulling it into the crates. One into a low loader, then a crate. And we are doing this so that we can reduce human-wildlife conflict. Right now, our team are in Moya National Reserve moving 50 elephants to Aberdare National Park. It is a lot of work that we do. We need specialities, and we want to start preparing you from your early age so that we see the number of people that we are going to absorb from your classes into the Kenya Wildlife Service. I think, colleagues, that's good enough. Why we do that, Your Excellency, and we wanted to show you these videos, is that mazingira yetu is practically mazingira wanyama pori na miti na sisi binadamu. So our learners, we can never be a people if we don't conserve our nature, and we are happy that you are the best people that got their awards about these mazingiras and the Mazingira Day celebration, and we felt obliged to bring you to the Kenya Wildlife Service headquarters to tembea na nyinyi, and you've seen quite a number of animals. We started with the rhinos. You saw lions. You've seen, some of us have seen giraffes, you've seen hippos and impalas. And therefore, we are grateful that we are impacting something in you. And when you go home, remember, mazingira yetu, ndio nini? Exactly. And here in Kenya, we are saying, mkaribishwe na mkuje tutunze pamoja. Your Excellency, I want to stop there and invite my PS, Madam Sylvia Museya, so that she can take over the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, DG. First Lady, Your Excellency Rachel Ruto, my Cabinet Secretary, Rebecca Miano, KWS fraternity, including the band that is very loved by the CS, students and teachers, good morning. Saseni, God is good, and all the time. First Lady, really thank you for even choosing Nairobi National Park as the venue to have this event today. And there's a very interesting book called The History of First Ladies of the U.S. And I'm a good student of history. And I have looked around at what other first ladies in the continent are doing. And I was wondering if I was a first lady myself, if I would be waking up in the morning to share breakfast with students and breeze the cold at Nairobi National Park. And I thought, no, I would be shopping in London or doing something more interesting now that I have quite substantial resources and time in my hands. What I'm trying to say is thank you for taking your time, your energy, your heart into doing something that benefits this country and especially benefits nature. Let me also remind all of us, especially the young children, why it is important for us to take care of our environment. And I have a special present from myself from any student who reminds us the creation history as per Genesis, day 1, day 2 to day 7. Who can remember what God created from day 1? Give the mic to someone in the center of the room. Who has a mic? You see why it's good to sit at the front of the class? Backbenchers, go ahead.
On the first day, God created day and night. On the second day, God created sky. And the third day, God created vegetation. God created heavenly bodies. On the fifth day, God created birds and animals. On the sixth day, God created the man, and on the seventh day, He rested.
You are at 92% correct. It's still an A, so you come for a present before I sit down. I just wanted to remind us that we are taking care of God's creation and that it is a very noble duty. And that God created everything until day 6 when He created man and gave him a special ability to speak. And a lot of times, Waziri tells me that special privilege that we were given of speaking has caused the world more chaos than happiness, that marriages, government would run better if we would speak less. But nonetheless, we speak. And the reason why we speak is because we have to speak for these animals and for the rest of God's creation. For plants, when they need water, they are not able to communicate through sign language to say, I'm just about to wither. Please provide me some water. And when an elephant, a buffalo is trapped either by human interaction, and we do those traps for them, or trapped out of natural causes, they have fallen into a pit, they are not able to send a signal to KWS to come and rescue them. And the fact that these good men and women in uniform and our boots on the ground, Kenya Wildlife Service, is out there in the field to take care of this creation is a noble duty, and I always congratulate all of you. So today, I want us to remember that our first duty is to take care of God's creation. Endeavor. If you see a plastic bottle somewhere, pick it. When you finish eating your crisps, don't throw away the paper. Nobody is there waiting to collect it for you. We do not want animals to feed on it because we know it is going to damage them. So really, really thank you, First Lady, again. I will not say much more. We are looking forward to walk with you this journey, and at the second edition of Mama Doing Good, and I remember saying it is good that you chose to do good. Some of us would have chosen to do many other things. We congratulate you. Keep up the spirit. We will support you. We will partner with you in wildlife conservation. But all of us remember that conservation is not just wildlife. It is water. It is trees. It is the air that we breathe. It is the rivers, and that we want to do it wholesomely and collectively. With those few words, let me welcome Cabinet Secretary to make her remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, PS. Excellency, First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Madam Rachel Ruto, our PS, the DG, KWS, and the entire KWS family, the eco-learners, the band, conservationists, and everyone who is here today. It is such a momentous day today, which comes right after the Mazingira Day. I know my role is specific and special to invite our chief guests, but I will just make a few remarks. I want to start by congratulating the First Lady very sincerely for this noble initiative. It is an initiative that will ensure that generations, from generation to generation, there is sustainability, because conserving the environment, conserving our animals is a lifeline to our existence. And the biggest threat to conservation is the assumption by everyone that somebody else will do it. But our First Lady has taken the mantle and the initiative and has come up with this program to ensure that there is no threat and that she is on the front line. As the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, we want to assure you of our support, our cooperation, so that we can come up with policies, we can come up with legislation and a good operating environment so that the programs that you've put in place can thrive. We would like to partner with you. You can count on us. We really honor what you're doing today. And to the learners, want to congratulate you that among many others, you have won and you're here in the room. Congratulations. I also want to wish you the very best going forward so that even in the edition for next year, you will be able to participate and make a difference. When you go back, please tell your friends the importance of the conservation. Remember to share with them what you saw in the national park. Many of you saw lions, you saw rhinos and other animals. It was such a special opportunity. Put it and engrave it very well in your memory and in your hearts for days to come. We also look forward to partnering with you together with the Wildlife Clubs of Kenya so that from the early ages of the people we have in this room, we can entrench and engrave conservation work in their memories, and they will be the greatest ambassadors of conservation going forward, and even in future, they will be the ones standing in this podium, being the ministers for wildlife and other senior positions. With those few remarks, I want to wish you all the very best. And join me by being upstanding. We welcome our chief guest this morning, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto. Thank you, and with a hand clap.
You may be seated. Rebecca Miano, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife. Sylvia Museya, Principal Secretary, State Department for Wildlife. Erastus Kanga, Director General, Kenya Wildlife Service. Our esteemed guests, the FLAMA 2024 learners. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Let me see your hands. Let me see how happy you are this morning. Good morning again. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. I'm happy to see all of you today, looking excited and full of energy after spending yesterday at State House for the First Lady Mazingira Awards 2024. We visited one of Kenya's most special places, Nairobi National Park. This is the only national park in the world that is right inside a city, making it a destination of choice for many travelers. We thank the Kenya Wildlife Service for hosting us on this exciting game drive. I must say it was really exciting. Your hard work in protecting our wildlife and ensuring that parks like these are preserved for all of us to enjoy is truly remarkable. We also appreciate the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife for supporting this trip and giving these wonderful children the chance to relax and enjoy one of our country's most iconic tourist destinations. Asante sana. I want to see how well our learners know Kenya's tourist destinations. Which other national parks do you know in Kenya? I think there was a teacher who was picking on the learners, so you can pick one of them to answer. The question is, which other national parks do you know in Kenya? Let me have two of them to answer. Yes, please.
We have the Sibiloi National Park.
Say it again.
Sibiloi National Park.
Okay. Thank you for saying the one that many people don't know. Let's clap for her. Another learner.
We have Tsavo East and Tsavo West National Park.
Let's clap for him. Thank you very much. I have another question. Which animals did you see in the national park today? I think, can we just shout and say, like in acclamation? Let's say, what did we see today? Lion. Giraffes. Did I hear crocodiles? Rhino? Ostrich? Oh, thank you so much. You are amazing. Let's clap for the learners. Wildlife is part of our heritage, something that makes Kenya a unique destination, and people from around the world travel here just to see our animals and experience the beauty of our national parks. Kenya currently welcomes around 2.5 million international tourists each year, and we have big plans to double that number to 5 million. And you, boys and girls, can help by asking your schools and parents to organize trips to parks like this one, so you can keep learning and enjoying our country's beauty. Learners, ladies and gentlemen, while we enjoy all this beauty, our wildlife and environment face many challenges. Poaching, deforestation, and climate change are all putting our wildlife at risk. These risks well articulated yesterday in a spoken word performed by 3 learners. It is our job as Kenyans to protect them, not just for today, but for the future, so that your children and grandchildren can enjoy the amazing wildlife just like you did today. Kenya has been working hard on conservation efforts, protecting endangered species and planting trees to restore habitats. But we need your help too. You can be wildlife champions in many ways. Like, learn more about wildlife and share your knowledge with your friends and family. If you ever see or hear about someone harming animals, tell a trusted adult or report it to the authorities. Reduce waste, recycle, and avoid plastic, because plastic can harm both the environment and animals. Join or form school clubs that focus on wildlife and environmental conservation. Plant trees and help increase Kenya's tree cover to targeted 30%, which is critical for the survival of our wildlife. I want you to remember the story of Professor Wangari Maathai that I shared yesterday with you, the story of the hummingbird. Every effort we make to conserve our environment is important. Your actions, no matter how small, can help protect our wildlife and our planet. Whether it's planting a tree, picking up litter, or learning more about the animals, you are the future protectors of Kenya's wildlife and environment. If each of you continues to care for our environment, I know we can create a better future for ourselves, for our wildlife, and for the generations to come. You are already making a difference, and I'm proud of you. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day at this amazing park. Let us keep being the hummingbirds that Professor Wangari Maathai inspired us to be. When you get back to your schools and homes, share your experience with your family and classmates and make them also love to conserve the environment. Thank you, and may the Lord bless you, and as you go back home, may you travel safely. God bless you.
Stage for the presentation of a gift by C.S. Miano. Let's all give a round of applause as Excellency receives his royal gift from Thank you very much. We can exit the stage, thank you. I'll request we can